close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And
welcome, 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 everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Come on in, everybody. Welcome. Where's everybody at on Thursday night, y'all? Where are y'all? Come on in. Looks like we got everybody in here tonight. Let's see what we got. Innocent till proven guilty. Abigail Rose. WR. Yanni. Yvonne Smith. Miss Kim's, Gail, Angel Loader, Audria Presley, God's Girl. Let's see here. Angie, I Want Heart to Touch. Hello. Dustin, Angie, I Want Heart to Touch. Mindy McGee, Tams, Frankie, Kilbister, Laura P, Robin B. Let's see who else. Laura P. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Marlena from Canada. Thank you. Miss Kim's, Dustin, Juicy Jules, Vicky too, Francis McClonan, Juicy Jules, Laura P, Mindy McGee. Yay. Listen, tonight's going to be an open panel tonight, so we're just going to talk about anybody or anything, any case. I know we have been focusing a little bit. Big snow in Colorado. Pretty, but wow. Dang, it was like 70 here in East Tennessee today. Hey, Christy Kits. Hey. Um, I was supposed to go to CPR class today, but I skipped it because I had a fever, y'all. So I've not been good, and I still have a fever. I feel like crap, like poop soup. But hey, Fonda Cheese Man, we've been focusing a whole lot on these cases. So I thought we'd take a break tonight, maybe just talk about random cases. I know Delphi case is coming up in May. Boy, am I going to cover that one. And that is going to be something, that case is. And it was raining all day today, Daisy. We're supposed to be getting some bad storms coming in. So, weather's all cuckoo right now. So I wanted to kind of just take a break from one case and just kind of talk about whatever we can talk about. I will be going over the Delphi a little bit more the closer we get to the court hearings. Hey, Mickey, I do want to talk a little bit about, and I've seen some creators were talking about the guy that's missing out of Nashville, the fraternity student that was wandering around downtown Nashville intoxicated, and now he's missing. They have like 12 tornadoes up north right now. Where's that at, Frankie? When you say up north, where do you mean? 75 here. Allergies are really bad. It was warm today out on the farm. I went up there and sit in the grass and fed Daisy. I picked grass for her and fed her. Where she's pregnant, she just eats and eats and eats and eats and eats. So I got a big pile of fresh grass and gave her. She's got fresh grass, but it was a lot bigger. So 80 degrees today in central Alabama. Kansas is having tornado warnings. Hey, Mickey. Ohio, Illinois, and Indiana. Hello, Lone Star. We just had a huge hail. It's bad in Dallas. Ooh, you be careful. Hey, cool gamer. Hey, Marita. 75 and sunny here in Philly. Woohoo! Hey, Bojangle said it's storming here in Missouri. Texas and Arkansas is having tornado warnings. My service isn't great either, but I'm here. Okay, well, thank you for coming in. Mindy said, were you able to reschedule the CPR class? He said he's going to call me back. Went to Tractor Supply today and saw a bunch of baby chicks. I want some, but hubby said heck to the no. Well, I want Heart to Touch bought me some baby ducks, and they'll be in next Thursday. I'm excited, y'all. New baby Khaki Campbell ducks. She loves it, y'all. So I'm excited to look forward to that. We're supposed to get really bad weather Saturday night. Is it supposed to snow? I'm excited to get new babies. Hey, Angel Marie. Yes, Kim. I'm so excited. They're Khaki Campbells. Hey, Kiki Eyes. Come on in, everybody. I can't either. I can't wait to see them either. I'm going to buy them a little pool and put them out there and let them swim around and stuff. You got to keep them warm for a little while. I want baby ducks, definitely. I love ducks. I have ducks figurines all over my house. Ducks are my spirit animal. Yo, I went up there in the grass today, sat down in the pasture and fed Daisy fresh grass. I should have recorded it, y'all. Heck no, we don't get snow, rain, and hail, possible tornadoes. You better be careful. Hey, Mustang Mama! We had the tornado sirens go off 4 times today in Missouri. You better be careful, Mustang Mama. Hey, Shauna. Hey, Karen A723. Daisy, how is Daisy's baby since you sold him? I don't know. They said they were going to breed him, but it was like an hour away, so I don't know. I'm going to have my husband ask him. Your baby chicks are getting big. Oh, thank Bojangles! Thank you for that super sticker. Let me get the cowbell. Oh, Lord. Y'all. Let me get the cowbell. Let me find it. What do I do with it? Y'all, I lose that cowbell more than anything else. Thank you, Bojangles! Thank you for the $5 Thank you, thank you. God bless you, Bojangles. Um, y'all know that Christine had that bad stuff today. Oh, thank you, Bojangles. God bless you for that. Thank you for supporting my channel. West Tennessee is having bad weather. Are they? Yes, I want her to touch buys me. She bought me all those chickens that I have now. And she bought me 2 khaki Campbell ducks last year. One is still with us. He's beautiful. He's got a girlfriend. She's a Pekin. He's got a Pekin girlfriend. So now he's going to have a bunch of friends. And I'm excited. Y'all, I wish I felt better. I swear I feel like poop soup today. I got a fever and everything right now. A tornado started right at my daughter in law's house and was heading our way. Thank God nobody got hurt. Yes. Thank God nobody got hurt, y'all. Wow. I'm sorry. I hope y'all stay safe out here on these YouTube streets because they can get gangster and at home too. Well, spring is tornado season. Y'all know that. Anybody that lives in Oklahoma, Kansas, or Texas knows that this time of year is the tornado season. That's when we all get together and hang out on the YouTube streets to keep each other company and keep us from getting scared. Hey, Sandra Louise. Prayers you feel better. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see. Uh-oh. It's supposed to be bad weather here tomorrow after a beautiful day today. I don't know what we're supposed to get tomorrow. Crazy weather here. Huh. Did you take your blood pressure meds yet, Daisy? Oh, it's not my blood pressure. I've got a fever. I can feel it. Oh, thank you. Hey, Saltwater, how are you? Yes, pray everybody stay safe. Got roses blooming and azaleas. I never can get them suckers to grow. Hey, a bit crazy, how are you? Come on in, everybody. We're just talking about random stuff, y'all. I'd rather just talk about stuff tonight than just focus on sometimes these cases. Hey, God is love can be too much, y'all. It can be too much. Daisy, I watched the channel last night. It was great information on Soto's case. He had a man up there who was in child trafficking. Yeah. Yeah, I watched a little bit of Dolly too. Hey, Dr. Drink a Lot. Oh my God, bless your heart. Why a fever? Have you? No, I think it's the urinary tract infections again. You're waiting on bad weather, so water, you better be safe, honey. There's bad weather everywhere, y'all. He's the boy that got away. Thank God he got away. Man, I didn't get a notice you were going live. It's okay, Denise. We're just going to talk about random stuff tonight. We're not going to focus on one case. We can talk about summer tonight. We can talk about Delphi. We can talk about chickens and cows. Hey, bless Lulu, how are you? But yeah, I just feel like some of these cases get so just everything. Hey, Debbie Nelson, how are you? Elijah Vay is still missing. See, I never did. I haven't done his case because his case started right after Harmony's case and Audrey's, and I just couldn't. These cases get to me with these babies, y'all. I have to take a break. I love you too, Dr. Drink a Lot. You own my heart. Oh, Dr. Drink a Lot. Get you a wash rag and wet it with water and it on your meds and drink some cold water. Take your ass to the doctor. Misty, I'm fine. I get UTIs all the time, honey. It's because I had my bladder tacked up. Hey, Carice. I did I did get my notice today. Okay, good. Oh, that little Elijah Vay is so beautiful and so sad about him. They're all sad, you guys. So sad. Hey, Stitches, how are you? That Maddie K stuff was very bad. I got sick. Yes, yes. Misty, have you heard from Christine? Yes, she's nauseous right now. I haven't got to talk to her, but she's sick, you guys. I only focus on Summer's case and now watching other cases and learn them. Daisy, I saw Bob G's post. Another child is missing. A girl named Summer Wills, not Wells. Wow. Wow, y'all. I actually talked to Candace this morning, y'all. She called me going to work. I was half asleep, but we talked for a little while. She was heading to work. She works all the time, you guys, all the time. Not that we should ever forget her, just really, I know these cases can really get to you guys. They can. They get your heart. Thank you, C Butt. Yeah, Christine, she's had that first dose. That's one dose down. Then she waits 2 more weeks and she does another dose of that medicine. And so, yeah, it's really hard. I wanted to cover that little Sebastian boy's case too, but there's another case that's missing in a little young college students missing in Nashville. So I thought about that too. My grandmother was an LPN for years and years. She wore off on me. I'm a little nurse at heart. Oh, it's hard to keep up. Also, there are so many missing children. Yes. And I thought we'd just take a talk break tonight and just talk about random cases or random stuff. Nothing too bad, you know. Christine is feeling crappy. She just texted me. I know. I hope she's not running a fever or anything. Daisy, this missing girl, Summer Wells, is 13 years old. That's 13-year-olds, ain't it? Now, when does Christian finish his treat? Christine, she still has a few weeks to go, Karen. Hey, look, Tuesday Low, how are you? Come on in, everybody. We're just talking about random stuff and random cases. I went into Dolly's live last night and I sent him a video. I tried to call in and tell him that I sent him a video of the mom talking about how Madeline had a crush at school. But he got it after his live, so I don't know if he saved it or not, but I figured I would send it to him. A lot about Delphi case, a lot of stuff going on. You want to come up and talk about it, Dustin? I'll put the link out. Yes, the Delphi is getting ready to happen. Hey, Tuesday in May. So we're going to be covering that case. So those of you who are not familiar with it, get familiar with it because that case is creepy. That whole crush thing is just a deflect. You think so, Marita? I heard there's a final court date. Yes, in May. May the 13th, I think, was when they start Richard Allen's case for the murders of Abigail and that other little girl, Dustin. Someone released info again. Hey, Marita. Um, but yeah, the Delphi case is getting ready to come, the court case. Abigail Williams and what's her name? Libby German, you guys. And we've went down that rabbit hole with the Delphi murders. That is creepy, you all, because I believe there was something more involved in that. And we all know now that they're allegedly saying that Mr. Crumley was found guilty today. I don't know how I feel about that with that case. I don't know how I feel about it. That one little boy said she was his best friend. Maybe it was him. That's what I was thinking, Frankie. I was thinking that same thing. What's going on with the church there that Stearns is involved in, where Maddie was supposed to be sitting outside before school? I'm not for sure. What's up, Dustin? Hey, Ronald. What's up, Ronald? Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ronald Show with his friend Stacy, the co-hosting. Oh my God. Hello, Yvonne. Miss Daisy, I sent you a message about 10-year-old girl that was missing in the county my daughter lives in Alabama, but she was found alive. It was the grandpa's age family friend that got her. Wow, I'm glad they found her. What's up, Dustin?
Nothing. How you doing?
Just sitting up here yakking
Like you always do, Daisy, huh?
like I always do. But what's new with Delphi? It's getting ready. The court's getting ready to happen.
Maybe, maybe not.
What do you mean? Maybe, maybe not.
It's a long story.
You think they'll reschedule it?
Well, they're trying to get it dismissed.
You think they're going to try to get it dismissed?
They're trying to. Yeah, they actually are trying to.
Is it because they don't have enough evidence on Richard Allen?
Bingo.
Hmm.
You
I'm
guessed
starting
it.
to wonder myself now about him. Dustin,
Well,
Hey, Polly Pam.
I don't. They're trying to get it dismissed. They're trying to get the judge off the case first time. That didn't happen. Now they're blaming the judge again. It's just a whole mess of stuff. It's ridiculous and stuff. So short and
That
sweet.
case is a mess.
Well, now they're saying there's no actual evidence Rich Allen did it because they cannot prove he did it. They cannot prove that he was actually there, even though he said he was there. Now the witnesses are saying, nope, we never saw Richard Allen because we cannot say it was actually him we saw.
Hey,
So, yeah.
Didi. Wow.
So it's a big mess. It's a total mess. And the bullet, they're trying to get it rolled out because now people are saying, well, the bullet was found to 3 months later. And that's true.
Hmm. Well, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know if I believe that he did it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I believe that Richard Allen done it now that all this other stuff has come out.
Well,
I mean, they about have to have concrete evidence to
they said that
prosecute it.
Ron Logan's. All right, maybe you can help me figure this out. Okay. I've been trying to figure this out, Macy. So you guys are pretty good at this, everybody. So there's 3 things. We're going to start with one. So one, they're saying Richard Allen did not do it because there's no evidence, and the witnesses, like I said that he cannot be identified by the witnesses, right?
No, Ronald, we're not talking about Allen Poe, Richard Allen Poe. It wasn't now, sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay, how can I put this? The witnesses are now saying they cannot identify Richard Allen.
And
Okay.
so that's a big thing.
Well, here's the thing, Daisy. One witness said they identified him. Another one said he wasn't wearing the blue jacket. Another one said he was wearing a blue jacket. Another one said he was wearing a scarf. Another one said he wasn't wearing a scarf. Another one said he was wearing that hat, like a derby hat. Another one said he
all over
was.
the place.
So,
yeah,
that's one thing. But another thing is this: Ron Logan's phone pinged the same time that the murders were happening. But see, here's the thing, though. Maybe you can figure this out, Daisy. So I said Ron Logan's phone was pinging when the murders were happening. Okay, the murders happened between 1:30 and 2 o'clock. Okay, that's what they say. So Ron Logan's phone was pinging during that time, but he is actually it's actually been proven 100% without a doubt. He was not there when the girls were being killed. That's a proven fact. It has been proven. It can
So
be.
who did it?
Well, it's another thing. Now they're saying Richard Allen's phone was pinged in there, but it wasn't. Okay, because when you have your cell phone, it's constantly pinging, right? So if I was law enforcement and I want to look and I want to find out what you've been up to, Daisy, I can track your movements where your phone's pinging. I can know about 95% of
That's
where
so
you
wild.
is. So I can kind of know 95% of where you're at. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know exactly where you're at, but I kind of know the vicinity or the area where you're at. If I really want to say if I was law enforcement. But they said that Richard Allen was there with his phone. But here's the thing though, Richard Allen was not there during the time of the murders because he could be actually identified being at work during the time.
Oh, really?
Now, here's another thing. You got what's his Keegan Klein was saying he was going to meet the girls there, right? Well, here's another thing that's coming into play is that Richard Allen and they saying Keegan Klein know each other.
They about have to, because I think there was more than one person involved.
Well, let's go back a little bit. Let's start like this. So Keegan Klein talked to Abby and Libby the day before they were killed. Okay, so Keegan Klein, like you know, used a fake social media page, right? It was fake, didn't exist. So he talked to Abby and Libby during the day before they were supposed to go to the Mona High Bridge, okay?
Yeah.
He said, look, I'll meet you there at the bridge in Delphi. Well, come to find out, he looked it up. It's a 2-hour drive from Peru, Indiana to Delphi, and it's a 2-hour drive from Delphi to Peru. That's 4 hours, right? That's half of your day gone right there almost.
Okay? Right.
So somehow they said somebody, might be Richard Allen, might not be, knew that the girls were going to be there. But Daisy, there was no pages, no actual evidence showing that Richard Allen knew Keegan Klein.
So how can they say that he knew him?
That's the thing. Nobody
knows.
Got
no solid case, do they?
Well, when their lives were taken and the pictures were released, right, of the crime scene photos, right? Abby, hold on. Yeah, Abby the skinny one was wearing Libby, the heavy set one's clothes. Okay. Libby was totally unclothed, okay, covered up with leaves and branches. Abby was laying next to her with Libby's clothes on. Remember the pictures I showed you of the underwear, shoes, and stuff, right? The shoes was Libby's, which is on the right, and the underwear stuff was Libby's. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, here's another thing. When the photos were released, Libby was laid at the feet of Abby. Okay? Yeah. I'm sorry, Abby's feet was at the feet of Libby's. So Libby's on the left, Abby's on the right. Okay? So Abby on the right there in the picture was laying with her head at Libby's feet.
That's weird.
Okay. But Libby on the left, okay, she had no clothes on. Abby on the right was wearing Libby's clothes.
But how
nobody knows.
This had to be done somewhere else.
They can't prove it was somebody else. I mean, how can they?
No, I believe those girls were taken out of that area unalive somewhere else and brought back to that area somehow.
You know how much a dead body weighs.
I know, but they could have put them on a 4-wheeler or anything. That's what I
answer this. You're a nurse. You know this for a fact. Okay. Abby on the right weighed at the time when she was alive. She weighed 90 pounds. How much would she have weighed when her life was taken? How much?
Probably about 150 pounds, or if not more,
Okay.
because of the. But the thing is, it wouldn't have been hard for them to drag them down the hill after they unalived them. Like, I think what they did was they took them, they unalived them, then they brought them back in a truck and dumped their bodies off down that hill somewhere. I think they might have.
You know how steep those hills are. Look at the
I know, but
there.
I know.
Dragging 150 pound, 150 pound, well, 90 pound, but dead body, 150 pounds. That was 90 pounds. That's pretty heavy. That's pretty heavy.
Where was the BLOOD at? I mean, if they supposedly had their, hey, Southern girl, if they had their throats,
Oh,
where was all the blood? You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing, though. There was no blood in the pictures at all.
Exactly. There should have been.
Mm-hmm.
There should have been. That's what makes me think that they were unalived, either in that water or they were taken somewhere else and unalived.
But the pictures that I showed you, right? That was of the underwear and shoe, right? Remember that? And the sock. Remember that was in the water, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. The bank that they had to go up, I'm about 5'10". So that bank was about, oh God, I would say probably about 7 foot high, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe about that. So think about it. How can you not get two girls up that? I mean, they would have to fight him or something. That's the thing. Here's the thing we don't
do. There's more than one person involved in this case. There's no doubt. Evidence. I think there were several people involved.
But there's no evidence, Daisy, pointing to several people.
They weren't even missing long, and there were people all over looking for them. Yeah, but Dustin was boots on the ground. Dustin was here right after they went missing, and he said that those people looked in those areas and never found them that night.
Nope, they walked right past them, didn't see them at night,
and didn't even see them.
No,
they
that's
weren't found until the next morning.
Yep. You know how they were found, right?
They miss them,
huh?
How did they miss their bodies?
You tell me that. Explain it to me.
I know. Okay, I don't get it.
So here's the thing. When the searchers remember there's more scanner I found. There's more scanner audio, JC. I found the whole full length of it, right?
Uh-huh.
And the scanner, they said that, hey, we found the girls. Okay, we found Abby and Libby. They're on a bank of the Deer Creek. They said, we need police down here, right? The police said, okay, hold on, we're coming. One searcher says this. So tell me this makes sense. One searcher said, I see Abby with Libby's clothes, and I see Libby with Abby's clothes, but I don't see no blood. How the hell would they have known what they were wearing?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, you got this picture
right. That don't make sense, does it?
Well, the picture right here you see of Abby walking in the maroon shirt, right? That picture was taken 2 minutes before they died. 2 minutes exactly before they died.
How? There's no way it could have been taken that early. There's no way, because he would have had to walk them down that hill, across the river, and everything before they died.
That was taken. Seriously. It was taken at least 2 minutes before he showed up. That is the God's truth. Being honest. Yes.
How? There's no way.
Explain it, because here's the thing. The searchers went there and searched. Now that night, remember I told you they went back early in the morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, right? Because they kept getting a ping off of Libby's phone, right? Abby did live about 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours after Abby's life was taken. Abby did live a couple hours after that Libby's life was taken, okay?
Has that been confirmed?
Yes, it has been confirmed. Because
Wow.
Abby did live, they're saying 3 to 4 hours after Libby's life was taken. She was still alive. And the only reason how she died, they won't say. But from what I can understand and what I've heard,
Me too.
Abby on the right died from either hypothermia because they were soaking wet, or she died from blood loss somehow. Don't know.
That's
Don't.
weird.
But here's the thing: when the searchers went back at 5 o'clock in the morning, right? They searched
Mhm.
that area of Ron Logan's property where the girls were actually located. They went back
Yeah.
to that actual spot because the phone was pinging in that general area. So see where Abby's walking there, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a tower just off of her, right behind her, a little ways up over that hill. There's a cell tower. Now, where she's facing off to her right, so she's facing to her right hand, there's a tower diagonal to that. Okay. Just probably about a mile down the road, right by where Ron Logan's house is.
Right.
The problem is did they actually die? Was this picture really taken 2 minutes before they died? Nobody knows. That's what they're saying. But
This
when we look back and look at it, and we timed when they were supposedly killed from 1:30 to 2, this picture was taken at 1:30.
this
Supposedly they
picture
got the
almost
queen.
looks like it's been cropped and fixed because
It's
look at
not.
her
It has
feet
not.
on that bridge. But look at it. That looks fake
It
on this
does.
picture.
Yeah. But at Libby, which is on the left there, she had an iPhone 7, so it will look like that.
I guess.
But here's
But
the thing:
why did
nobody
they go
do
ahead?
what? What I was saying is why didn't the girls scream? They had 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes exactly, right on the dot. It's been proven. The girls have 5 minutes to make it down that hill and up that private drive, Daisy. 5 minutes. It would not be hard for those girls to escape. It would not be hard.
Catherine said, why would anyone want to walk on that thing? Why would these girls want to
Oh,
be walking by
that
themselves on the spooky trail anyway? Why would their parents let them go by themselves?
it's a small
What was
town
the
of
purpose? Was that for them to
it's
go
just a
here?
thing where they go. It's a trail. It's a nature trail, and it's a town of 2,000 people that everybody knows everybody, and that's the truth.
No, but I
Everybody
would have
knows
never
everybody.
ah I wouldn't have let my kids I wouldn't drop my little young girls off. But I'm overprotective. Some parents ain't though.
But the
But
thing is okay. Keegan Klein was supposed to
it
meet
is
him,
scary, Catherine. Huh?
but Keegan Klein was supposed to meet him, but never met him. If
I
Rich
know.
and Allen did it, how did Rich and Allen know? For God's sakes, those girls were going to be there. How did he know? What
Yes.
did they
This
find out?
and it was planned. I believe there are more than one person involved. They had to be.
Well, answer me this, then, Daisy.
Uh
Libby
huh.
weighed at the time. Libby there on the left weighed about 102 pounds. How much was she weighed when she was gone?
Oh,
How
Libby
much?
probably weighed more than that. She looks pretty hefty.
She
She
weighed
had
about
to.
102, 105. They said. I don't know, but that's what they're saying. Uh,
She looks like she weighs at least 150 pounds.
well, okay, let's say 150. How much was she weighed when she was gone? How much?
Probably over 200.
Okay, if you're right, and somebody did take him somewhere and took their life and brought him back, you think 250 there on the left, 150 there on the right, that's over 300 pounds combined. You got to go up and down those steep cliffs that look like mountains. Literally, they're mountains.
They
Okay.
are.
Okay. So you figure that carrying both of them, even two people, that still would be hard because that's very, very, very rugged terrain. And you're out there at night, Daisy, it's pitch black dark. I mean, you cannot see your hand in front of your face, literally.
But where was the blood? Where did the blood go? The only thing I can think of
No.
is that they killed the girls in the water and they bled out in the water and then they moved them. Maybe they were in the water at first. Somebody went back and put them back, took them out of the water and placed them.
No.
But there had to be, for their throats to be, you know, they had to have bled completely out. You see what I'm saying?
But the
None of
thing, though, Daisy, is that okay? If they have 5 minutes to get down that hill, which it's not hard to do because everybody's tested it, right?
yeah,
Okay, so where Abby there in the picture is standing, about halfway in the middle, there's where the killer was. Okay,
yeah,
so take about 20 steps back from Abby, that's where he was about. Okay,
yeah.
now they have 5 minutes to get down that hill. Why did they not go down the hill and try to escape? He never pulled out a gun. He did not pull out a gun, they said, until he got to the girls. And then in the rest of that video, or audio and video, he said,
Mhm.
guys, down the hill. They go down the hill, you hear Abby and Libby say, okay, what now? And then it cuts off. That's it. That's what it says.
Hmm. I don't know. This case is going to be very interesting to hear in court if it goes to court.
But here's the
But
thing.
I
There's
believe
no
that
actual
had
evidence.
these
There's
two
no
people.
real evidence going to Richard Allen now.
Huh?
There's no actual evidence pointing to Richard Allen. The only reason why that he got busted
Uh-huh.
was because idiot decided to tell a DNR officer, a Department of Natural Resource officer, that hey,
Mhm.
I was at the bridge when the girls were killed.
Hmm.
Like really, you would not think you would not get in trouble, really, dude?
He got in trouble. He got blamed.
You got yeah.
But this is what I think. What if it was something bigger than what we think? What if it was linked to the Odinism? What if it was a cult killing? You know, they could have
If it
packed their
was,
down. There would
it
have been
it
more
could
than
be.
involved. I don't know, but none of it makes a bit of sense. None of it does. This case is crazy, ain't it?
Daisy, here's how I could put this. The best way
Huh?
I could possibly put it, right, is that the case is so confusing.
It is.
The reason it's confusing is because, okay, girls were out of school. Girls wanted to go to Mona High Bridge. Get dropped off by their sister, by Libby there on the left, her sister Kelsey. Okay, drop them off, right? This
You know,
picture was taken literally 2 minutes, they said, before they passed away, or before he came on the other side of the bridge and get them, right? That bridge right there, there's railroad trusses missing. There's about 3 to 5, 6 inch gaps missing on that bridge. I mean, it's very, very deadly. There's rotted wood, everything. So how could he got
how,
from the other end there to the other side of that bridge within about 20 minutes? You could do it if you watch where you're going and you know how to walk that bridge. Yes, you could do it. But here's
well,
another thing.
I heard that they did have Richard Allen's cat hair on the girls. Is what I heard because they dug the
Yes,
cat up back to the yard.
yep. They said there was cat hair
He,
of Richard Allen
he had
on
to be.
Libby. It was on Libby,
If it was
is what they said.
ritualistic, they could have collected the blood. So many possibilities. Yeah, weird. This whole
Okay,
case is weird.
so all right, so when the picture was taken, they spot the guy. Libby spots the guy walking across the bridge. She films him. He gets to him.
Yep.
Hey guys, down the hill. They go down the hill here. Libby and Abby say, okay, what now? All right, video
Right.
ends. Audio ends right there. Now, takes him across. He takes her lives. Okay. They go
Mm-hmm.
missing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Then, next day, they have a search party. They search and search for 2 days. Couldn't find them. Go back that day after they were killed. Go back the next day, that morning at 5 o'clock. Search the area the girls were actually in. Didn't see nothing. Didn't spot nothing. Nobody saw nothing. Okay. All right. Whatever. The next day, they found them. Okay. They found them the next day because it was Libby's there on the left. Her uncle found them. That's who found them.
Oh my
So
lord.
that happens. It takes 5 years to find out supposedly who did it. 5 years. During that 5 year period, what took them so long? If they had evidence, if they had the video, have the audio, they searched and searched, got all these tips. nothing. Then all of a sudden, a new sheriff was coming into Delphi. Okay, Liggett was getting elected into Delphi. Okay, getting elected. Then all of a sudden, boom! Guess what? We got Richard Allen. He's our suspect. If you trace it, Liggett gets elected. I can't remember when he got elected. He got elected in 2022, I think, or one. So, I don't know, something like that. He gets elected the next day after he's elected, they get Richard Allen. Literally, the next day, they catch him. They get him, arrest him. Richard Allen.
Oh, thank you, Diamonds. Diamonds gifted a membership. Thank you, Diamonds. Thank you. Let's see who got the membership. Thank you, Diamonds. God bless you. Let me see. Hang on just a second. Oh, Marita got the membership. Yay. Thank you, Diamonds. God bless you. Thank you so much. Marita got a membership. Yay. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead. Thank you so much, Diamond.
No, you're fine. You ain't hurt nothing.
Go ahead.
So, help me figure out, how did they not catch him when they were searching him? How come they didn't find him? What do you think?
I just wonder if they're not setting him up. You think? What does Dustin think of Greeno? Who's Greeno?
He's a YouTuber.
Oh. Have you?
He's all right. I mean,
does he cover the Delphi?
Yeah, he covers the Delphi. A lot of people have their ifs and buts about him. Mm-hmm. I mean, he does make sense. He does cover a lot. I mean, to me, honestly, I have nothing against the man. I mean, I really don't. I mean, he does a pretty good job at actually, saying it. Talking about.
Ricky Hinkle.
He does make a lot of sense when he does talk about him. He literally does.
Has he been on the ground like you though?
He lived.
Dustin was boots on the ground. You was news at that time, right? You was in the news.
We was there the day that they were missing, because I only lived 2 hours away, so I was there right the day that they went missing. I found out about it, heard it. How I heard it was because I saw it on Scanner. I heard about it on the Scanner that I was listening to.
What'd you do? Head straight out there?
Huh?
Did you head straight out there as soon as you heard about it?
Yeah, heck yeah.
You was on it, wasn't you?
Oh, I was on it because I'm like, small town. I knew Delphi. I knew about Delphi. I knew where Delphi was. I've been to Delphi. I've been through Delphi. And I'm like, look, man, these girls are missing. This is new. So I went there, me and two of my people that were working for me. And we stayed there all the way through till about 2023. About the first year of 2023 was like, okay, we're done. We're going to see where this goes. Because there was no use covering it because there wasn't really much happening during that period.
But it was a big case. Did you expect it to be this big?
No, I never did. I expected it to be, okay, they're finding them, they're alive, they get in trouble. Okay, no big deal. No problem, right? Next thing you know, they come back and say, well, we found 2 bodies. And I'm like, yep, it's the girls. Yep, no problem.
Oh, my goodness. I bet you were freaking out.
Well, we sneaked and walked the creek because they had the park closed off. So me and a buddy of mine walked the creek, and we kind of hid through the woods and stuff and was watching them on the other side over there going through stuff. That's how we knew. We was watching them.
Oh, man.
So it was interesting. And then when they released the crime scene, we was there literally that day when they released the crime scene. They said they were all done and stuff. So we went to the crime scene and was looking, and there was absolutely no blood on that ground at all whatsoever. Nothing. It was
that is weird.
Well, the girls, from what we understood, were never shot. No, they didn't get shot.
So where did the bullet case come from?
We don't know.
They haven't recorded, but they think that Richard Allen. They're saying that he's lost his mind. That's why He did confess. He did confess to his wife, supposedly. Nobody hasn't heard the tapes. We haven't heard them or nothing, but supposedly, yes, he did make a confession in prison.
Yes. But is that actually 100% true? We do not know because nobody has never actually listened or seen the tapes.
Seen
Nobody
the tapes.
except police.
And they said
Police.
that. I mean, he looks like he's lost his mind, don't he? He kind of looks like, I don't know. I
Let me
think it's
say
kind of
this.
like him.
Well, let me say this.
Uh
All
huh.
criminals that I have interviewed, I have, covered the cases. A lot of people that really, truly, truly, truly did it have
Uh
never
huh.
had, don't really say, look, I know for a fact I'm innocent. I'm trying to prove I'm innocent. I'm trying to show you that I'm innocent. I can
Uh-huh.
prove I'm innocent, like Richard Allen. A lot of them never really say that. They're just like, yeah, I'm
Richard
innocent.
Allen
That's all they
has said
say.
that. Richard
He's
Allen
like,
has said.
look, yeah, he's like, look, I know I'm innocent. And his defense team is trying to prove to him, hey, we can prove he's innocent. We know he's innocent. Listen to us.
Wow.
They will get their chance in actual court when the court proceedings does happen. They will get their chance there.
Wouldn't that be awful? Was a big cult that's involved in he's being accused like he,
If it
you know what
was,
I'm saying?
God, that
That
would
would
be
not be good.
hit. That would hit the fan.
I mean, you never know. The way I mean things are going now. Look at this case with the Maddie Soto. Like it's looking more and more like there was human trafficking possibly involved in this. Like at least 6 videos, of the little girl. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
that case is crazy. And I mean, you never know what they do nowadays. Trafficking is bad everywhere.
Hey,
I
Daisy.
mean, uh
I
huh.
want you to play this video if you can.
What is it?
Go to R&M Productions.
Is it safe? Because I don't want to lose my
Yeah,
channel.
it's safe. It's safe. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
What's it called again?
R&M Productions.
RMM Productions.
You found it?
R.
R and like the little and sign. M.
Oh,
Yeah.
R and.
M. Yep. Productions. Yep.
Hang on. Let's see. R. Let me see here. R and M Productions.
R and M. Yep.
Okay, production.
Yep. Productions.
Okay. All right. Go to the Delphi part of it, or
You just go to videos.
uh huh.
And then what I want you to do is give me just a minute and I will tell you which one. Go down, scroll down and says Delphi Murders. Did you really say that, Nick? Play that.
Delphi, did you really what?
You okay on R&M Productions, right? Click
Okay,
on the
let me pull it up and you can tell me where to go. Hang
okay,
on.
pull it up.
Because I'm going to be lost if you don't.
I like this. These are cool videos.
Okay, so this is the page. Where am I going now?
I don't see no page.
Is that the right page?
Okay, right page. Go up to where okay, go to video, scroll down.
Okay.
Scroll down. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, go back. Wait, whoa. Go back up a little bit. Go back up. Go back up. Go back up. Okay. Hold on. Right there where it says Delphi Murders. Did you really say that, Nick? Click on that and play it.
Right here? Okay.
Yep.
Let me get the link so I can give credit to them. Because can anybody put the fair use up here, guys? Here's the link. R and M Productions.
And then I got one other video I want you to watch, and it's very, very intriguing. You'll really like it. It's on this one too.
Okay, there's the link to it, guys.
Okay,
All
yep,
right.
play it.
All right. Okay, let's get past the music. Okay, because I'll get a copy on this.
Secretaries there. And then
Can you tell me about where to
Play from the
play it?
beginning.
Huh?
Play from the beginning.
Individually, we're going to give life.
Let me get past this music.
Well, it was an extraordinary circumstance, and we acknowledged that exact thing. It was like, well, what were we going to do? We have a million pages or some ridiculous number of papers that we have to provide the court. The county has to provide the court for this investigation, and there's no way to do it.
We gave a $5,000 raise under false pretense because we were going to get this person had experience in this field. We need somebody right now, and that's why I was for giving them $5,000.
Yeah, I agree.
And this has not happened, so I think.
Hey, Chandra, can you give us an idea of what they're talking about here? Because this is a long video.
So they're going through what Nick is saying, the prosecution, about wanting a little bit more money and stuff and everything, and wanting to spend more money. So you have to watch the whole video because it'll make sense at the end. Trust me. It's a long video, but trust me, it's worth watching.
The thing is, they got music in it, and I'll get a big. Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. They got a little bit of music in it.
You'll be fine.
Well, no, but he said the $5,000 raise, and I'm just clarifying. He's talking about the prosecutor secretary's $5,000, and not the prosecutor's $5,000. I just want to make sure that we're talking the same thing. And
so, what is the? Are they talking about the actual case or money or what?
They're talking about the case. They're actually talking about the Delphi case. Yes.
Okay.
Just
I'm
watch
sorry.
it.
Do you have court or anything that we're bumping up against? I'm okay for a little bit here.
I'm not understanding. You have a position. You have a position. And then you're hiring another one to help that position release the load. So I'm not understanding why you're wanting to up the salary.
Okay, well, the reason is because we were told we needed to up the salary to hire this external candidate.
Yes.
With previous experience, which
That was the conversation.
I think, Tracy, you have to acknowledge that we're in a bad position at the trial. I mean, you understand the urgency.
Are they talking about the trial or what?
They're talking about the trial and the DA. They're talking about both.
I'm confused.
Watch it. It'll make sense. Trust me. It'll make completely good sense.
Why this was an urgent hire?
I guess. But it didn't work out for you, so.
Well, and I agree, and that's why we're here. But like, the decision was made because we were in I mean, we were going to rock hard. We had to make a decision, and that decision cost us $10,000. We acknowledged what we were doing. It had to be done, or we.
Okay, I have to stop to give it a break because if I don't, they could get me for copyright. Okay.
What they're talking about is the DA hire more people, and they're talking about the case, where the case is going to be, how much it's going to cost and stuff. So that's what they're talking about. Is that they're talking about
a little bit of a example? I mean, so we don't have to watch.
Go scroll through the middle. Go kind of fast forward a little bit. I'll tell you when to stop. Keep going. Keep going. Right there. Right there. Go back a little bit. Back a little bit. Back right there. Right there. Right there. Yep. Now play that.
Down in the center for that amount prior to him asking for the raise for the person that he wanted to come here to have the experience, but did not come. Then why do we need to give them a $5,000 raise because she was working in that position and doing that job? And the girl that's moving up from the assistant's position is going to get a $10,000 raise to go up to that prosecutor secretary position. So I don't understand why there's even a question here. You don't pay for the person, you pay for the job description. And that's been stated in this body several times over.
Who was the guy that found the girls, Dustin?
Libby's uncle.
Libby's uncle. That's weird.
Yep, Libby's uncle found him. Him and his wife found him. No, I'm sorry.
Weird.
Libby's uncle and uncle's brother-in-law found him.
The question is, are we removing the $5,000 from both positions? Josh seems to think that if we do, that we're going to try.
I want to say before we act, we need to look at it through that lens of the consequence.
So they're basically just talking about money before the trial, right?
They're talking about. So go through the whole thing. Nick is asking for more money for the trial, more money to hire more people. He's asking, okay, county, you need to fork over this amount of money for the trial. This is what it's going to cost. This is what we need to get everything done. This is the paperwork we have. and he talks about the whole thing in it. And it's a good video. People should watch it. It makes completely sense. Now,
Yeah,
go back, and I'm going to have you pull up the Ron Logan one. That's shorter. The Ron Logan one's shorter.
Okay, is it on the same channel?
Yeah, it's on the same one. Yep, scroll down.
Okay.
It's a lot.
Some of these people ain't that deep into the Delphi here that they know all this stuff.
Keep going.
This one here?
No, it is. It's called Ron Logan, the Forest for the Trees.
Right here?
Yeah.
The Forest for the Trees? Part
Yeah.
one?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay, that might be a little more.
But we'd have to watch all of it. Just listen.
I can't play the music. I'll get a copyright.
There's no music in it. There's absolutely no music in this.
Okay.
None of these have music. Yeah.
There's a little music at the beginning, so I'll have to scroll past that.
No, that's women driving.
Are you Ron?
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Now listen.
We're in Indiana. We've been researching the Delphi case. I bet you have a lot of people come through here. They don't?
That's the road, but I don't see the top. Where you found out, anything?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
They screwed it up too bad. I don't think their bill's stopped.
What do you think they screwed up?
Their investigation.
What'd they do?
Concentrated on people who didn't do anything too much.
That's what you think?
I know it's going to happen. They were going to pin it on me.
But you weren't home that day.
They didn't find that. They didn't care. You don't understand. Nobody knew that until later. They didn't care. We need to solve this.
So do you think that I gotta enter, YouTube has it to you. You gotta stop it, or if you don't, you'll get a big bang on it. But anyway, do you think they were just trying to pin it on any person that they could? Is that what you think, Dustin?
70-30, yeah. 70% no, 30% yes.
Okay.
You're in.
And you were in the hot seat.
I was in the hot seat. And when they found out there was just too much against them, and none of they gave up. But they spent all that time pissing around on a driving without a driver's license and all that shit, and they should have been looking for murder.
Right. Yeah, you just had.
They wasted all that money, millions of dollars.
You went to the dump site that day. You went to the dump site.
The Lafayette. I said Lafayette. What was going on?
Right.
Crazy.
Oh, you're getting wet, aren't you?
No. I got a faucet problem.
Uh-oh.
My pressure tank went out. I just replaced it a little bit ago. I got a brand new blowing faucet. Brand new, $100 and some. It's all plugged up with some crap in the dirty water, rusty water.
Oh.
Some of the plumbing in this house.
Well, there's some beautiful homes along here.
I need you.
This whole area is beautiful.
You know, that's before drones started coming out and stuff too. If they would have had more drone and stuff like that, maybe they would have been able to find the girls a lot faster.
But they did. They did arrest Ron Logan. They searched his property, found nothing. Literally nothing. An FBI agent had an affidavit stating that he was there. Ron Logan was the man in the blue jacket. That was Ron Logan talking and stuff. They went and searched it after the affidavit and all that, blah, blah, blah. Never found nothing. Come to find out, yes, Ron Logan, like he said, was in Lafayette. But he lied about not drinking, which he did have alcohol. He wasn't supposed to be driving while drinking, which he did. So that violated his parole, and that's why he got arrested. But they tried to pin it on Ron Logan. They literally tried to pin the whole entire murder on that man. But he died.
And now they're trying to do it. Richard Allen.
Yeah. Now, well, Ron Logan's been dead since 2023 of COVID. No, I take that back. Sorry, 2022.
He died of COVID?
Yeah, he died of COVID. Yep.
There's a couple creators that are saying Ron Logan wasn't there.
No, he was literally there. He said he was there watching a stock ticker on his phone and watching the fish from the bridge. That's what he told the DNR officer. Word by word.
That he was there?
Mm-hmm. During the time the girls were murdered, he told the DNR officer he was there. He was watching a stock ticker. He was watching the fish. That's his exact words. Yep. Yeah. Exact words. Yeah. So play the rest of this real quick. It's interesting what
Okay.
what he says. Ron Logan.
Okay.
We walked the trails a little bit.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
It
It's
is.
a shame
It's
what
beautiful.
happened.
Can somebody put out the copyright disclaimer for me if you don't care? One of my mods.
That's good. I thought this would happen.
What?
Not the murders, but when they put those trails in the middle of nowhere, I said, you're going to have all kinds of drug problems and all kinds of crap from this. This will draw every deviant in the world to it.
I mean, we walked it a little bit. I was a little scared, you know, because it was just us two.
They're just long gone. They're not going to do it again. Not here anyway.
Do you think they're from here?
Oh, it's part of somebody in the family for a long time.
Did you really? Really? Why did you think that?
Because it's too damn close. You can't see the forest for the tree.
Right.
Wow. I got to stop it for. Thank you, Yanni, for putting that out there. Thank you for that. I just don't want to get a copyright because they'll get you on some of this stuff.
Looking right at them, but the person who done that could have been on the search team to look for their flip farm when they were missing.
Right.
Stop it. Stop it.
They had people out here in my woods that night that they were looking.
Stop it, Daisy.
Okay.
Now you hear what Ron Logan said? He
What'd
said
he say?
what? It could be from somebody from the search team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow.
Go back a little bit on that. Go back a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Keep it right there. About right there. Yeah, about right there. Yeah. Now listen and watch. Read that up there when he's talking.
Okay.
Because it's too damn close. You can't see the forest for the tree.
Right.
Now stop it when I tell you.
Looking right at them, but the person who done that could have been on the search team to look for their.
You want me to stop now?
Go back just a little bit and then stop it. Right a little bit more. Right about right there. Now I'll tell you when to stop it.
Okay.
The person who.
Now stop. Right. See where he says? Right there.
Yeah.
Now listen.
There's his glove right there pointing towards.
Yeah. So now listen. He's kind of onto something, people, because listen, they never found the bodies when they were searching, right? Right. They didn't find them until the next day, right? Okay.
Right. That's weird.
Okay. Ron Logan has a point. If you listen and read what he's saying, the man's making perfect sense about all this. He is kind of about, I would say, 90% dead on a lot of things.
Uh-huh.
Okay? He makes a good point because people are now starting to think, well, was it somebody really on the search team that basically knew the bodies were there, but kind of led them in a different path away from the bodies, but in the same area? That area is huge, Daisy. The area where they found them is huge. So somebody on the search team could have been the killer and be like, hey, let's go up this way. Instead of going straight, let's go up around this way. They might be up here in this little holler or something.
That is true.
Yeah, steer them a different way. Yeah.
We know that happens.
And Ron Logan had a good point, a very good point. And the police tried to shut him up several times. But they couldn't shut him up.
No.
Okay, go ahead and play it.
Okay.
Done that could have been on the search team to look for their flip farm when they were missing.
Right.
I mean, they had people out here in my woods that night that they were looking for them. All over that place. Just didn't find them. Now, why did you not find them?
Yeah, I find that surprising too.
And at that other time, you would hundreds of people in my woods and walking up down the creek, tromping all over everything. What are you going to find?
Right.
Oh, it's done.
Who found them?
Huh?
Who found them?
Neighbor over here, Pat Brown.
Is it she or he? Pat?
Who's Pat Brown? Who's Pat Brown?
Libby's uncle.
Hmm.
Yep. That's who found
Or family? Someone they knew? Or authority? Yeah.
I don't know, it's pretty crazy. Now, what messed them up, what brought all the public down on them, I mean, they really crafted their white hat. So they completely turned 180 degrees down. 2 years later, they're not looking for an old guy like me. They're looking for a young buck.
Right.
Now, wait a minute. You're going to just look at me and say, oh, sorry, Ron. Sorry, Ron, for all the shit we did, pulled on you, all the false reports we made. Send you to prison for not driving without a driver's license. Who goes to prison for that?
How long were you there?
I got sentenced for 4 years and had to do 2.
You were in prison for 2 years?
The people raised so much hell, they can't even let me out. Come home for
Oh my goodness, they did that to him?
Yes, they did.
Wow, it's a wonder he didn't sue the shit out of him before he died.
Well, here's the thing. Remember what he said about the Patrick Brown, right, that found him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it so obvious that Libby's uncle and Libby's uncle's brother-in-law, which Ron didn't mention, but Patrick actually did find them. He really actually did.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that her uncle found him and no other search person?
I don't know.
My point.
Could they have been involved?
No, they looked into him. They're not involved at all. None whatsoever. At all, zero. They're not all involved. No. But okay, play through. And this towards the end part is really, really good. Pay close attention.
Okay.
home of house arrest last year.
Wow.
$500 a month.
To be on house arrest?
It's all money. All your justice is pure money. That's all it is. You got the money, you get the honey. You don't, you go to prison.
Wow, Ron. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm lost about everything. Completely, people came out here and stole shit because he does wrong.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, well, they cleaned my garage out. All my stuff.
So you got put in prison for 2 years. You lost your stuff. How long have you been out? I mean, you've been on house arrest about a year?
We need over with everything February.
Oh, that's good.
February, but I've been home. I got home a year ago, January.
On house arrest.
So I did a year, and
So are you done now with...
I'm totally done. I'm a free man as far as that goes. But there's all kinds of people, big time people looking into this.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, they got the money out there now, too.
I'm talking about they call them investigating reporters.
Yeah, like Nancy Grace and that.
ACLU.
He don't sound like he's guilty to me at all. He's pissed off.
Yeah, he's mad.
Mm-hmm.
When we went to interview him, he told us this thing, and he said, look, he said, it's kind of funny, he said, that, like he said, all the people were out there tromping around in the woods all night, right? That's what he said that on here, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And he said, it doesn't make sense, he said, a damn sense at all, because he's like, they were out here from daylight till dark and after dark looking. He said, they searched all over my property down there. He said, every inch of it. And he said, I don't understand why they did not find the girls. He said, that makes absolutely 100% no sense whatsoever. He said, why didn't they find them that day? Why didn't they? He said, they got the ping from the phone. The ping was coming from my area, from my property. Why did they not find them?
Somebody was leading them in the wrong direction.
And see, this is why I wanted you to watch this. Ron Logan is almost 100% dead on. He really is. The man actually was talking about, Daisy. The man wasn't lying. He had very good sense of what he was saying.
He was.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're trying to set somebody up. Opinion.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, honestly, it kind of looks like that, because if you think about it, why did they not find them that day? Okay, when the girls went missing, what happened? Why did they not find them? I mean, what was the reason? I mean, nobody really knows the real truth, Daisy. I mean, unless the killer is really still out there. I mean, really.
They could be.
Yeah. So, and there's another video I want you to watch that's real good after this, and then after that, we'll talk about it.
Okay. Let's watch the rest of this, okay?
Right, that's fine.
If it's okay.
We're not. We're not. We're just two middle-aged women from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
This is an old man that got the hell beat out of
It sounds like it. Yeah.
8 hours in a block.
For what, a DUI?
Yeah. Solitary confinement in a concrete cell with no bedding, no bed, no clothes, and maybe
They did the same thing to Don Wells. They did the same thing to him over a DUI.
See?
They did the same thing.
Oh, Ron.
food.
Did you have an attorney?
Yeah, my attorney didn't know where the hell I was. He ain't worth a shit either. If I had a good attorney, this never would have happened to me.
Oh my God. Bless your heart.
Never would have happened to me.
Did you know anybody of their families? Did you know?
I never. No.
Not before?
Roger. Because he's got a record that long. There's like 17 felonies. Those two families combined.
See that?
Whoever.
17 felonies.
Huh?
Look what it says. Liberty's dad got 6 or 7 felonies. And he
Exactly. Whoever done this knew them girls were out there.
now guess what? Libby's dad does have 7 felonies on him, drug cases. A lot of them were drug.
Do you think that they could have had something to do with it? Hey, MC, how are you, honey?
My gut feeling, yes.
Hmm.
I really think Daisy.
Said they weren't good people.
Okay, listen to this. You
Okay.
know how I said that Libby was covered up, right?
Mm-hmm.
With twigs and sticks and leaves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now she had no clothes on whatsoever. She was completely bare, right?
Mm-hmm.
Abby was wearing Libby's clothes. And Libby was the one that was completely naked. She had no clothes on. She was covered up in leaves, twigs, and everything else. Then Abby, the skinny one, was wearing Libby's clothes. Now, think about it, and you tell me what you think.
It had to be somebody that knowed them.
Bingo.
It was personal.
Bingo. You dead on. There you go. You're
It was
right on.
personal. I'm gonna listen to the rest of this right quick, okay?
Go ahead.
Libby's dad's got 6 or 7.
Right. With meth charges? Yeah. And
Yep, there you go.
we just saw where he lived. Really close. He just lives right over there.
Is he still with?
I think so.
Wow.
All right, Daisy. Now let's go to this one. It's called Delphi Murders and Cover Up in Carroll County.
Is it the same
No,
people?
no, it's a different one. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me see. Which one is it? They got part 2 of the Ron Logan one. Where is it at? Here it is. This one right here. Let's. Where is it at? I just had it on here. Dirt. Give me a minute, Daisy. I'll tell you which one it is. Oh yeah, chapter 2, which is called the Cascade.
Is it the art and whatever?
That's in production, yeah.
Okay, and what is it called again?
It'll be part 2, Cascade. It'll be it'll say Unresolved, the Delphi Murder series.
Okay, let me see.
It'll be the FACADE one.
There's a cover up. What is it gonna say? Unresolved 2 years ago.
Yeah, no, they'll say chapter 2, the Cascade.
It says Introduction Unresolved, the Delphi
Murder series, chapter 2.
Yeah,
that one. Yeah, the Cascade. It was called, that one.
y'all. I see my sister in here already. All right, let me put the link out here so I don't get a copyright.
Whoever does these videos, Daisy, or the guy is dead on a lot of things.
Yeah. Hang on.
I know who it is, and they make very good videos. It's actually a production company.
Okay.
They make really good videos, really good.
Okay, that's probably not a good credit, but hell, it's credit to them. All right, here we go. Here we go. Ooh, that music. Hang on, let's get. The thing is, that music will get me every time.
It's going to be in it.
Let me see.
One of it's going to be in it.
See, that music is what'll get me. What's it about? Do you know? Just the wood area?
Well, okay, go to the one above it, to that video. It says the Delphi murders where was Ron Logan on February 13th timeline reenactment. Go to that one. That one don't have much of music. Go up.
Okay, hang on. Just
scroll up. Right there. That one right there. The corruption. That one right there. Yep, that one. Yep. That one is cool. That one's good. I know the music, yeah.
We are very open to inviting every human to now those people.
is that Ron Logan talking? What is this?
That's the guy from the commissioner, the sheriff, the commissioner. These two guys in front of you are very corrupt politicians that oversee the county of Carroll County. They oversee the board of Carroll County. Them two are very, very corrupt. The guy on the left, a friend of Liggett. The guy on the right there, the older man in the blue, he is the president of Carroll County Board.
Oh.
Trust me, they are very, very, very corrupt. They're being investigated.
Basically, huh?
Yes, they are.
People in Michigan, they can stay up here. Now those people in Michigan, they can stay up here.
You can't hear what he's saying. Those people in Michigan, the commissioner, plaintiff. I can't play that music.
Yeah, he's calling the new the sheriff the sheriff's department can come to those.
Can you just give us a little bit of an insight? Because I'm afraid they're going to get me on a copyright.
Basically, what's going on is that they're talking about the actual case. Is what they're talking about. And so they're going through everything, trying to figure out, okay, are they going to sue? Is the county going to go for a lawsuit against the some guy or whatever? Because he brought up something about them being corrupt and everything. That's really what it's about. And then the one that I know you can do that you're not going to have trouble with copyright is called Delphi Murder Series Part 2, The Profile. That one you can watch, and after that, we're done. It'll be on down. It's called Delphi Murder Series Part 2, The Profile. And after that, we're done. It'll be a little bit down, a little bit down, a little bit down. Hold on. Keep going. Yeah, go. It's called The Profile. Keep going. Right there. The profile. Up. Go scroll up. Because there's 3 different ones. There's a profile, part 2. You want to go up, go down. Yeah, I'm up a little bit. Sorry. I keep missing it. Right there, part 2. The profile. That one right there. Right over here. Up, Daisy. Up. Up to your left. All the way up. Go up. Keep going up. Right there. That one. That one right there. It has no music. So you're good.
Good.
You're good.
You are hiding in plain sight.
You're good. Keep on.
I hope that music.
Come on.
Approach is pre- and post-crime behavior, and by details of the crime scene.
Let's go.
This method suggests criminal confidence, planning, and experience. The organized offender is often socially adept, with average to above average intelligence. Organized psychopaths often report feeling calm and relaxed during the commission of a crime. In the audio captured on Liberty German cell phone, the suspect delivers a verbal command to the girls in a voice that is confident and controlled. An organized offender is one who plans his murders, targets his victims, and displays control at the crime scene. He pre-selects a location that is comfortable and familiar to him. Like a spider builds a web, the killer will stake out the location and wait for an unsuspecting victim. To reduce his risk of capture, an organized killer often selects total strangers.
Okay, I gotta stop it for just a second, just because they can get me for copyright. So let me put the link out here for this video. This is a good one here.
As his victims. He brings items with him to be used during the crime and takes them with him when he goes, leaving little to no evidence behind. With organized offenders, there can be more than one crime scene involved, a place of initial contact, movement to a secondary location where the violence occurs, and sometimes a third location where the bodies are left. The offender is often mobile through use of a vehicle.
We're seeking the public's help to identify the driver of a vehicle that was parked at the old CPS DCS welfare building in the city of Delphi that was abandoned on the east side.
Former FBI profiler Dr. Mary Ellen O'Toole is recognized as the FBI's leading expert in the area of psychopathy and has helped capture, interview, and understand some of the world's most infamous killers. On the HLN special Down the Hill, Dr. O'Toole had this to say about.
So there's a special called Down the Hill?
I've listened to it and watch it on YouTube. It's really good.
Okay. I gotta stop it just a second just to get it. Here we go.
The offender.
You all play it on here.
This person, based on the way that he walked and the way that he sounded, he seems pretty relaxed. He doesn't seem angry or in a rush, and I think that goes to his personality. When an offender commits a crime outdoors, they can't control everything. They can't control who might have seen them, who ran back into the woods. They can't control who saw their car. So it's very high risk for offenders to kill someone outside. That tells me this is an offender who's very tolerant of high risk. When you look at a crime like this, where there's predatory behavior involved, meaning hunting behavior, hunting for victims, that suggests to me that one of the motives, and maybe the primary motive, was sexual in nature. Sexually sadistic offenders are offenders who pick the location where the crime will occur and then pick victims of opportunity, so they aren't known to the victims.
So, but the thing is, they've not proven that the girls had been offended sexually, did they?
Nope. There's nothing. We don't know. Nothing's came out and said it, but we really don't know.
I mean, they said about the girls and the positions they were in, but they didn't, I don't know.
They never have come out and said whether they were improperly abused or not.
So the girls were found over here more, right?
Yeah.
And they were found over here, okay.
The offender may have chosen the bridge because in essence it is a trap. Once you cross the bridge, you must come back across it unless you flee through the woods. When you have someone who is psychopathic, if that's the case, they can do anything they want to their victims and they themselves feel absolutely no remorse or guilt for what they do. When somebody is able to fly under the radar for an extended period of time, it is generally because they appear to be so normal and non-threatening. The person just does not stand out as somebody that is threatening or scary or creepy. They're very normal in two ways. They're normal in their behavior and they're normal in their lifestyle, meaning that they could have a good job, be married with children, and in their everyday life they appear as normal as you and me.
The organized psychopath charms and manipulates his way through life. He does not learn from punishment, is easily bored, and craves immediate gratification. He can commit extreme violence and then immediately participate in regular activities without showing the slightest hint of anxiety or emotional distress.
Just like this Stefan Stearns guy. The Stefan Stearns does the same thing.
He is skilled at deception, and despite lacking substance or emotional depth, can come across as charming and sincere. A psychopathic organized offender is cunning, methodical, and invisible. He could be a neighbor, a coworker, or a member of your own household. He often blends well into society. Friends and family are typically surprised and supportive of him when he is first identified. This offender may
I hope I don't get a copyright on this, but I have a feeling I'm going to. Here we go.
try to involve himself in the investigation in an overly cooperative way or to offer bogus information. This allows him to check the status of the investigation and to relive his crime.
What is the scanner stuff? What is that? Unidentified citizen reports to an officer that the bodies had been discovered in a location earlier close to where they were ultimately to be found. This person would also be distanced himself by this information by claiming that whatever John Weaver was the one who told or something.
Yeah, remember on the police scan, they said, hey, has the girl's been found? They said the police told Leslie, comes back and says, no, why? He said, one of the searchers said, well, hey, John Weaver just told me the girls have been found. On the scanner, we listened to it.
So what does that mean?
That means that John Weaver could have been the guy that killed him.
Exactly.
How would they know if the girl's been found?
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Just had a citizen stop by our area. Advised that the girls have been found in the water. Can you confirm that? Negative. We have no confirmation on that whatsoever. He advised it was a John Weaver that told him that information.
Yeah, see?
We have no confirmation on that whatsoever.
So, did they find this John Weaver and check him out?
Nope, they could not find him.
Wow. That's weird, ain't it?
Nobody in Delphi by the name of John Weaver.
Wow.
Yep, so it's weird. See, it's a weird case.
Case. I think that's all of it.
It's very weird. It's very confusing.
Very creepy in all different ways. This case creeped me out from the beginning.
It makes no sense.
None of it makes sense. That's why.
I said, no, it don't, because, okay, when the girls went missing, what happened is that a guy, they were searching for him on the second day, and a guy came up to one of the search parties and said, hey, the girls have been found in the water. And one of the search parties, because one of the people I know overheard him saying that. And he said, hey, girls have been found in the water, haven't they? And one of the search party guys said, no, why? He's like, well, I thought they were found in the water. No. They radio back to Tone Lesby, and that's when he said, no, we have no confirmation of that whatsoever. That's when they said this guy, supposedly his name is John Weaver. When the girls were found, going through all investigation, they tried to find a John Weaver. He does not exist in Delphi. Nobody by that name exists in Delphi. Even
So did he call in and tell it, or did he?
Oh, he was there at the search party. He was there searching.
That's weird.
He was actually there physically searching. And somebody gave a description of like a tall, thin man, older looking guy, probably in the 40s or 50s, that said that. And that's all they know. He was wearing a jacket. I can't remember what it was. I think jeans or sweatpants. Well, I think something else. I can't remember, boots or something. I can't remember. But yeah. And that's why when they came back and they looked at Ron Logan, that's why the FBI agent said that it was Ron Logan that did it, because that description kind of fit Ron Logan about 50%, 60%.
Right.
And that's why they went back and looked at Ron Logan and said, well, okay, maybe this guy really did it. On the new series on CW, if you look up CW's website, they got one called Problem in the Heartland or something. It's a good series they had. And they actually go through everything. And they mention a lot of YouTubers on there. They talked to a lot of them. The thing is that everybody was looking away from Ron Logan. The police was like, no, we're looking over here. Well, come to find out, they were actually looking at Ron Logan. They were saying Ron Logan did it. It was him. He's the one that really did it. He's the one that killed him. He's the one that did all this. He's the one that looks like the man in the video.
And now there's Richard Allen is.
You can't tell who's in that video. You seriously, the guy cannot tell.
You really can't. That is the truth. So, which makes you think is Richard Allen a innocent guy that they're trying to set up?
A lot of people are leaning towards he was set up, completely set up by someone. They are saying in the way the crime scene looked, Daisy, is what I can tell you is that it looked like that Libby was the main focus. She was it. It was Libby. Libby was the main focus of this. They went after her first, then took care of Abby last.
You've said that before, that you think it was Libby.
Yes, it had to be. Why would they cover up Libby and try to hide her body?
Exactly.
And not Abby.
That don't make sense, does it? None of it makes sense, but I'm starting to think maybe Richard Allen didn't do it myself. That he's being set up, and that's why
look like the man. He does not fit the profile.
in prison because he's innocent, and they're treating him like he's a child killer. In prison, you know what they do to him in prison.
Got him in protective custody, though.
I know, but he's still in solitaire. You know what I'm saying? That would be awful to put that man through this and him not even be the one that did it. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, Daisy, is okay. So I'm going to do this in a 3-minute span. So you got the girls out of school. You got the girls in February that were out of school. Okay, in 2017. Then the next day they go and get dropped off by Libby's sister, Kelsey, at the Mona High Bridge. They wanted to go. Okay, dropped them off. All right, no big deal. Picture taken of Abby was a picture of her, the last picture of her ever taken, 2 minutes before she died. Okay, because they were like right on the edge of the bridge. I mean, they were literally on the other side of the bridge, like 3 steps to like the platform where you can like get off the bridge, right? So
yes.
Literally like, right there. So that picture was taken. Next thing you know, here comes the guy walking across the bridge. Libby pulls out her phone, records him video-wise, and takes audio. Okay. First it says guys down the hill. Okay. Now they said now it says guys down the hill. Then it just said down the hill. Then it says guys down the hill. Okay. We got a video, we got audio. Cool. All right, no big deal. Well, then all of a sudden, Toe Lesenby don't want to be sheriff no more. Haynes, okay. 2 guys are going at it, Liggett and another guy. Liggett gets elected. That same next day, after Liggett gets elected, the next day, Richard Allen is arrested. Now, twist. There's a guy in Peru, Tony Klein. All right, big fat guy, like nerd boy, makes a fake profile page of Anthony Shots, looks at, young teens, looks at him inappropriately, gets him to do things inappropriately on video and pictures. Ages are between 10 and 16-year-old girls. He gets caught, gets arrested. Cops say, wait a minute, there might be some relation to the Delphi. They interview him. Nope, never heard of him. But wait a minute, guys. Okay, I'll tell you the truth. Tony says, I have talked to Abby and Libby the day before they were actually killed. I did talk to him. I said I was going to meet him at Delphi. Okay, I never went because it was too long of a drive, he said. Okay, no big deal.
Did they prove that he was telling the truth on that, though?
He was telling the truth because he never went. And they could prove it by his phone.
But he knew they were going to be there.
He knew they were going to be there because they told him. Yes, they told him he was going to be there. All right.
Could he have reached out to one of his perverted friends?
Well, come to find out, he was sharing all the the child porn pictures, basically, and stuff he was getting. He was sharing that with a lot of people. They still don't know who all got it. They really don't know who all got the pictures and the videos of the young girl stuff. They still are trying to figure that out because they said there could be hundreds of guys and older men that got those pictures and videos. They really don't know exactly who got it. So they're still trying to figure it out. Well, then, next thing you know, ISP, Indiana State Police, comes out and say, hey, guys, we need a help from the general public. We're looking for a profile of Anthony Shots. We need people to come forward. That was in December of 2022. Next thing you know, they get bombarded with young girls coming in, telling their stories. Oh, yeah, we talked to him. We've seen pictures, videos, blah, blah, blah. They get overwhelmed, and they get a bunch of evidence against Keegan. Next thing you know, they said, look, Keegan, we got this. What do you know about Delphi? Just what I told you. Okay. They can't prove he did it. They can't prove he was there, nothing. So next thing you know, Tone Leslie don't want to be sheriff no more. Two guys are battling it out to become sheriff, Leslie and another guy in Delphi. Liggett gets elected. The day after Liggett gets elected is the day that they go after Richard Allen. Come to find out, prior to that, a week prior to when Liggett got elected, they searched Allen's home with a search warrant. Yep.
Huh?
It comes down to, okay, if Allen didn't do it, who did it? Why did they do it? What was the reason? Why? The reason and why and who did it? Basically, why, reason, and who. That's what they want to know. Come to find out is that, how can I put this? So the old DNA guy, the DNA prosecutor, Robert Ives, made a comment in a publicly televised interview with Channel 6 out of Indy. He told the reporter, he said, look, he said, I could tell you about the crime scene. I'll tell you this. One, the crime scene's very odd, very weird. He said, two, there's another crime scene, a fake one. The killer was trying to throw us off of the original crime scene. He said, number three, the crime scene don't look like a crime scene. It looks very, very awkward. It don't look right.
Like staged?
It's staged. He said, number four, there's not a lot of evidence. That's what he said. Yeah. They found another one. There was actually a fake crime scene that was there.
No, I mean, for there not to be no blood there, why would Richard Allen confess he did it to his wife?
I think why do a lot of people say things they don't say?
Well, they said that he wasn't in his right mind. That's what they're saying. Maybe they conditioned him. Maybe they took him for, I don't know. They said their guards were Odinism. I don't know.
They did. They actually was. There was actually Odinist guards there at the prison.
Could they have taken him in there and, forced him to say something, or, you know what I mean?
It's weird because Abby's mom never knew that Abby was kind of talking to and seeing this other boy whose dad was an Odinist. So Abby's mom was like, well, I never knew that she was seeing or talking to this boy. I never knew. And I'm going, how in the hell do you not know? I know what my 10-year-old is doing. I know who she's talking to. How in the hell do you not know 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old kids? How do you not know what they're doing? Really?
A lot of parents don't. They don't. They're too busy with their lives than to worry about what's going on with their kids. That's the problem. That's why this stuff happens the way it does, Dustin.
And there was no evidence on Richard Allen's phone of the girls. There was no evidence of Richard Allen talking to Abby and Libby. There's no actual evidence on his phone of him actually knowing anything about Abby and Libby. There's nothing on there, nothing stating it. They went through his phone. That's 100% proven, without a doubt, a reasonable doubt. Richard Allen did not personally know Abby and Libby.
He did tell his mom, too. They said that he told several people, but they're claiming that these Odinists got him in there and bullied him and stuff, right?
They might have.
Listen, I'm down that rabbit hole already with the Disney thing. So I know that these cults, look at the boxer, Ryan Garcia. He just come out about the Bohemian Grove thing. Hey, Lisa B. Huh?
I say, yeah, that's true.
Have you seen that where he said he's seen horrible things? I can't even repeat the things he said.
Answer me this. So what do you think actually really happened in this Delphi case? What is your opinion about the whole entire case in general?
Me?
You're Daisy.
Oh, Daisy. I honestly, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'm a rabbit holer, so I think there's Odinism. There had to be more than one person involved. And I think Richard Allen now, I'm starting to think that he was set up. Maybe it was a part of the Odinism cult. The cults are getting bigger and stronger. If you listen to the interview with Ryan Garcia about what happened at the Bohemian Grove, you'd be blown away. He's got footage of little kids screaming and everything. These people in the world are sick. These rich people, these cults and all that, they're crazy. I mean, I don't know.
But there's no evidence of Odinists there. Now they did find looked like a bloody F or a handprint on the tree, on one of the trees. Okay, but wait. When we went after the crime scene was released, you cannot find that handprint or bloody handprint or F or nothing. You cannot find it on there. There was no sign of it whatsoever.
You think the rain might have washed it off?
It didn't rain. It wasn't raining.
Did you go there? Oh, you went there at the crime scene right after it happened.
Yes.
They found her.
Yeah, right.
Okay, that's right. Okay. What's that dripping sound?
Huh?
I'm hearing some crazy stuff.
Are you sure it's not outside of your house, Daisy?
Mm-mm.
Might be raining.
Mm-mm.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Daisy, you're hallucinating and going nuts.
Honestly, I don't know about this Delphi case. To me, it's very creepy, and I get cult vibes from it. I'm sorry, but I think there was more than one person involved, and I think that maybe they were trying to find anybody they could to set them up to cover up their tracks. We all know.
I think who did the actual killing, I really don't know. Me personally, I don't think really Richard Allen did do it because Richard Allen, to me, doesn't fit the actual profile of doing it. Why is he so hell-bent on trying to prove he really didn't do it? You know what I'm saying? If he was an actual killer, they'd be like, yeah, okay, fine, yeah, I did it, whatever. Okay, you know?
I think so, too.
He's never acted up in court. He's never voiced his opinion about it. He's never said much about it. He's always let his attorneys handle it. So that's telling you that, you know,
he looks like he's been mentally beat down, though. He looks like they have tortured that man in jail.
He might have, Daisy. We don't know what the hell goes on.
That's true. That is true. Oh, thank you, Soul Shiner. Thank you. Great show, Misty. Great mods. Great subs. Thank you, Soul Shiner. Woohoo! Or what? Soul Water. Why am I saying Soul Shiner? Thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much for that $20 super chat. Thank you.
Honestly, I really think it was more it could be Odinist, yes. I mean, you cannot rule it out, Daisy. You really can't.
Right.
You can't really rule out no cults. I mean, you can't in that area. It's very heavily cult-like place. It really is. And you really cannot rule out corruption in the police force. I mean, those young girls that died in that house fire, right? They died. Those three black girls.
Right. Are you going to join me when I cover this damn trial? Because I'm going to be covering this trial.
Yeah, I'll be with you.
Okay.
I'll be there.
And I see other creators are starting to come out with Delphi now that it's getting close to the trial, getting people back onto this. Thank you guys so much for your support.
But you look at the three black girls that died in the Florida fire. It's been almost, I think, 6-7 years now, and they still haven't found a killer. They haven't found nobody, nothing. They basically left it alone. They're like, yeah, well, we'll find somebody eventually, or we'll just leave it open until something happens. That's really, and they tore the house down. The house is no longer there.
But Delphi is such a big case. Like, they're going to make a movie out of this on Netflix. You watch. There'll be a Netflix movie on this case.
Oh, they're already trying to make one.
He is our Delphi guy, y'all. He is. Dustin has to be here. He's our Delphi guy. He is. Yeah, they're
I'm retired, Daisy. I'm still working. Jeez.
I know. But these cases stick with you, just like Summers. I try to get away from Summers' case, but where I've been so into this case from the beginning, and I live so close,
You
and
want to
now
know
I'm
my
friends with
honest
the
opinion about that? You want to know my honest opinion about that?
I hope it's okay.
No,
Go ahead.
say something bad about it. Really?
No. Go ahead.
My honest opinion about Summer Wells case is two things.
Uh-huh.
One, they're going to eventually solve it. It will be solved eventually. When? We don't. We really don't know when. Number two, somebody did do it. Somebody, not the family, not friends of the family, somebody outside the family actually did it. There, I mean, if you look at the whole scenario, how it happened, when it happened, you can really put your head together and think with your common sense and the brain God gave you, think, and you can put two and two together. Somebody outside the family did do it. Somebody not inside the family did it. No, they didn't. So you have to look outside the box.
Yeah, and everybody's like, well, the TBI, this, that. No, the TBI has like what, 3 cases now of missing children in Nashville. They're dealing with Sebastian, the 15-year-old autistic boy. Now they're dealing with this fraternity student that went missing at a bar, Luke Bryan's bar, because they put him out the back door and he was very, very intoxicated.
Hey, Debbie, why don't you come up here? Come up here on the panel, Debbie. We'll talk about Delphi.
Huh?
Somebody in your chat.
Oh, and so the TBI is absolutely dealing with other things. I think people put it in their mind that they're only focusing on Summers' case, but when they got people getting killed every day, they got people getting missing. They have 2 people right now missing in Nashville or around the new Nashville. One is a 15-year-old boy. I mean, there's a lot of things going on that the TBI deals with in the FBI in Tennessee. So no, they can't just focus on Summers' case. They've got a whole big wide state full of a lot of things going on that they can't. I mean, Summer, until there's something new come up in this case, or they have new eyes, fresh eyes come in and look at this case and go back over. There's been so much bullshit brought into this case that it's clouded the truth. There's literally people that came online and said they know where Summer was because they're crazy in the head. Like that just happened. They got problems. There's so many people that's crazy.
Killings before Abby and Libby. I know that for a fact.
Do what now?
Somebody said, do I know if there was anyone killed before Abby and Libby in the same town? No, there wasn't.
In Delphi? So this is their first big.
This is their first big one. They've had wrecks, DUI, stuff like that, but nothing
like this.
No, nothing like this.
Actually, this case is like one of the biggest ones in the United States of America, if not the world.
Well, think about it.
Because it's so damn creepy.
It's twists and turns and hills and valleys and up and down and round and
inside
around.
out and outside in and you name it,
Here's what I think.
Right,
the police chief that handled the Florida fires also is friends with the police chief that is now the Delphi police chief. The one that handled the Florida fire case, the police chief, he got in trouble because he was lying, and I mean, it was a bunch of mess. He quit, and plus him and his wife were taking money from the county, using it for themselves and not for the inmates in the jail. And then the police chief now in Delphi, Liggett, is good friends with the police chief that was handling the Florida fires, and the DNR officer that Ron Logan went to. Ron Logan, but Rich Allen went to. The DNR officer I talked to, Richard Allen, is friends with Liggett and is also friends with the police chief that handled the Florida fires. They're all three best friends. The DNR officer and the Liggett, the Delphi police chief, and the police chief that handled the Florida fires. All 3 of them are very, very close friends, and they still are today.
I think that a majority of people that are these counties where this stuff happens is corrupt. I think that they get too involved. They make a lot of money off of these cases. They have a lot of pressure on them to solve these cases. It's absolutely becomes political.
Yeah, it does.
Don't you think?
It really does. When the girls went missing, it wasn't much. It was like, yeah, whatever. When the girls were found, we said, yeah, we think it's homicide. That's when the floodgates opened. Now the police made a big mistake. Oh, we're going to find them within a couple of weeks to a month. 1 month goes by, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, a year, 2, 3, 4, 5, nothing until right after 6 years. They find Richard Allen all of a sudden after 6 years. You know how they found him? His tip, the DNR officer that turned in Richard Allen's tip, supposedly got lost in the mix of other tips.
Oh.
That is what they're saying.
Wow.
So, you explain that one. How could you get a tip of a local man mixed up with other tips? Really? You must be that unorganized? Come on now.
Exactly. That's why I think they've messed it up from the beginning. I think they went after Ron Logan instead of, and that's a lot of the time I think is why. And I think in Summer's case, I think they were going at first after the parents, and now they've realized that it could have actually been
outside the family.
Somebody else, because there were tree trimmers and everything in that area at that point. And
well, look at Summer Wells. Okay, her case and Delphi are kind of similar. They really are. In a way,
she's never been found, though. That's the thing. Not a trace of her.
Like I said, eventually they will solve it. They will know who did it, and they will either find her okay or not. It'll be one or the other. That's a fact. It will. I've seen cases, Daisy, go on for 15, 20 years, then all of a sudden they find them. You know, it takes time. It's not. People were mad at Delphi police because they wasn't releasing a lot of information, and that's true. The police should have released a lot more information to the media because the new agencies have people they can talk to that the police cannot.
No, Pixie.
They got their real reliable sources. The police don't. Who the hell is going to talk to the police? A lot of people are like, I don't want to talk to you. No, I'm not getting in trouble. I don't want to be a snitch. So they can rely on the media, the news agencies, because the news agencies, their investigators or investigative reporters have people that they talk to that are within the police department, within the county, the city, or whatever. They can talk to, get more information, and give it to the police.
Right.
The police can say, look, you signed this document saying anything that you get about the Delphi case you find out from your sources come directly to us only. Nobody else. Okay. That's all they had to do, Daisy. But they would not release nothing else. There's nothing else on that video that anybody else should not see. There's really nothing else on that video. There's nothing of him killing him, nothing of him shooting, whatever. There's nothing like that on that video that Libby shot. Nothing. Period. Nothing. Okay? It shows him walking on the bridge. He comes up to him, guys, down the hill. You hear Abby and Libby go, okay, what now? And that's it. It ends. That's it. Nothing else, nothing more. Ends.
Right.
Okay? Why don't they show the whole damn video? What are you going to get out of a man taking 2 damn steps on a bridge that there's half railroad ties missing, half rotted ones, there's holes, that you can fit 3 people in?
Yeah. I'm listening. I'm just showing you there's tornadoes hitting everywhere in Ohio right now.
Oh,
One
yeah.
of my moms told me.
Well, I mean, think about it, Daisy. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they not do all that? What was the purpose? They should have done it. They should have released more info.
I agree. I agree.
hard to
Prayers
put
for
two
everybody
and two
else.
together, though, Daisy. It's not hard putting two and two together. It's easy
Mhm.
if you look at the whole scenario of the case.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this. Rich Allen was set up. Number two, I don't think he did it. Number three, there's not a lot of evidence that leans towards Richard Allen like people think there is. Look at Summer Wells. The police are like, well, what do we do now? We don't have nothing to go on. What can we do?
They don't have anything. Plus, like I said, the TBI is full of things right now going on, other missing cases. Like they're looking for Sebastian and everything. You chased one today. We're talking about Delphi, but we're also keeping an eye on the weather here too.
You know something, Daisy? I was in Chicago. One of the people that helped me out doing journalists, right? Investigating journalists. They were up there with a young girl. Now, this is spooky. Listen to this. This will give you chills. So they were up there and they was just driving around. And one of their inside sources came on the radio and said, hey, there's a girl missing. She's 16 years old. She's in Southside Chicago. She came up missing. And they're like, okay, whereabouts was she missing? They said, well, she was missing on 5th and 8th Street, which is in the ghetto. I mean, really, it's in the ghetto. And it's a really bad town. They're like, well, we just passed there. We'll turn around, go back. We'll help out, see what we can do. They're like, okay, no problem. They turn around, go back. They spot the girl. Hey, come here. They say, hey, come here. What's your name? Told him her name. She's like, yep, that's her. Okay. They said, you stay here for a minute. We're going to make a phone call, And that's when they had Nextel or whatever, that phone that you can do walkie-talkie with, right? So they got a phone, call in to their source, say, hey, we found her. Hey, she's right here. They said, well, we just found her dead in a lake. They're like, wait a minute, what? They're like, yeah, we just found her dead in Lake Michigan just like 5-10 minutes ago. Just come on and call us and tell us that you want us to look for her. They're like, yeah, but we just found her. And they took a picture of this girl. They said, ain't this her? And the person on the other end of the phone goes,
stitches.
Yeah. They're like, wait a minute. They go back and look at the dead body in the lake. They're like, wait a minute. That's her, but wait. And they're like looking at each other going, what the hell? They couldn't figure out what the deal was. They look identical, but they were not related. They were not related at all. So they're like, look, get the girl, bring her back. Okay, so they turn around, the girl's gone. Disappeared. Don't know where she went. So
my gosh.
They called me and they said, look, we're going after this girl. She was here. I was like, look, just try to find her. Do what you can. Find out where she's at and stuff. They're like, okay, we'll look around. They look around for like 5 hours in the worst part of Chicago possible. I mean, really bad.
Oh, my Lord.
Well, they look and look. They're like, well, we can't find her. We don't know where she's at. Well, what's going on? What's happening? They're like, she was right here. Well, they drive by. They spot her at a gas station. And but the gas station's closed. They're like, what? Pull in. They're like, hey, so-and-so, we were looking for you. She turns around and she goes, huh? And she was like all bloody in the face and stuff. They're like, what happened? What's going on? She's like, I was in an accident. I don't know what happened. They're like, okay, we'll get you some help. And they call and they say, hey, we found the girl. We found the girl. They're like, you can't find the girl. The girl is dead. We found her in a car in Lake Michigan. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. She's right here. They took a picture of her and showed it. And they're like, well, that is impossible. What's going on? Come to find out, they still to this day cannot figure out who that girl was and who the girl was in Lake Michigan.
Wow.
And that happened about, 10, 12 years ago. About 10, 12 years ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. But come to find out is that one of the guys that was working for me goes, I swear, Dustin, as God's my witness, that was a ghost.
You think it was a ghost?
He's like, he had to be a ghost. I'm like, wait a minute, what? He's like, think about it. They find a girl in the Lake Michigan. Right after they call us, 10 minutes later, they find her in Lake Michigan in her car dead. Okay. We find the girl right after that, this girl that looks identical to the one they found in Lake Michigan. We find the worst side of Chicago possible. I mean, right next to Cabrini Greens, literally right next to the housing project. And so it's like, okay. And they go, well, we can't explain it. And the cops were like, look, you're hallucinating, whatever. It's done. Come to find out, nobody still to this day cannot put
identify that girl.
They don't know who she was. Well, and get this. The girl they found in Lake Michigan was not the girl that they were looking for. The girl that my people found was not the girl they were looking for. They didn't find the girl they were looking for until 3 years later in a creek bed outside of Chicago in the country.
Wow.
I'm going, okay, that's a little weird. But yeah. And there's people out there, Daisy, that look identical to everybody. Everybody has a twin, and we don't know it.
Oh, well, yeah, I know. That's
yeah.
definitely for sure.
But it was like, I'm sitting there going, what? So I go up there, and I meet with these people, meet with the guys that were working for me. I'm like, what in the hell are you talking about? So they explained it to me. We're sitting downtown Chicago eating that next morning on a Saturday, and they're showing me all these pictures of this girl, and I'm looking going, what the heck? I mean, this don't make sense. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Next thing you know, they come back and say, well, we found the girl outside of Chicago, a little ways past Rockford out in the country in a creek bed in her car 3 years later.
Wow. That's weird, ain't it?
I know. It's a little strange, but I'm going, okay, that's just, wow, that's something. I'm like,
there's lots of weird things that's been happening in this world lately.
Well, okay, here's another one. We are up there investigating a case of another missing person. A young boy went missing with his mom. We talked to the cops because we know one of the cops who was on the case, right? And we talked to him. We're like, okay. He's like, look, if you can help us out, we'll be grateful. Okay. Now, this gets a little weird. The mom leaves with her son that morning on a Friday. She stops at the local gas station down the street from her apartment, gets gas, goes in, pays for it, comes out with a bag, looks like groceries. Okay, she goes down, she hits Lake Boulevard, and she's going north of Chicago, North Chicago, up in the really nice part of Chicago in the neighborhood. She stops at a house, her and son gets out, goes into this house. Maybe 2-3 hours later, they come back out, gets in the car, they drive west. They drive west, going towards Rockford. They disappear out of blue thin air. Nothing, literally nothing. And still to this day, they are missing.
That is weird.
No trace. There is nothing at all of them. Still to this day. And that's
the same thing with Summer's case. Like
that's 20 years ago. 20
there's
years ago.
nothing. They've not found anything on her case.
Yeah.
That I know of. I mean,
we looked. We couldn't find any trace. We retraced the mom's tracks. We looked at, the cops looked into everything. We looked into everything as much as we could. We talked to everybody. The cops did too. There was absolutely nothing at all that we could find. The last trail ends at that house that was up around Elgin, Illinois, just a suburb of Chicago. Well, guess what? That house she went into, the guy or whoever lived there never lived there. That was not their residence.
What's she doing in that house for?
We don't know how they got in. We don't know what the situation was, but the people that actually owned the house came back and found the doors unlocked. And not Jimmy, literally unlocked with a key. Somebody was in there. They said there was 3 people in the living room because there was milk on the like I don't know, like a little table kind of like thing, and there was like food or something there, and there was 2 cans of pop open on the table too, and it looks like somebody was sitting on the sofa, 3 people. That's all they know. They came back. Whoever was in there did not lock the door back. And they left literally 2 hours before the owner showed up.
Like scouts? What do you call them people when they live in stay in houses?
Squatters.
Squatters, yeah. They were people living in my mom and dad's house like that, too.
No, they wasn't squatters. Somebody was just there for that specific day and that specific time to meet the mom and the boy.
Wow.
Look at this. There was a camera that was facing the house. We see the mom and boy get out and get in the car. The person that got out of that house never got out of that house. They never left.
So where are they?
We don't know. That person, whoever that mom was to meet that day, that person in that house never, ever, ever left that house.
That's weird.
They went out the back, but you can't because the house butt up to each other so close. There's literally no backyard.
That's creepy.
They never left.
That is creepy.
We saw the camera. We're like, where's the person? The cops like, the cops went there and looked into the house. They found out who the actual owners were. They say, hey, can we go in your house and look? They're like, well, yeah, that's fine, whatever. They go in. That's where they found the milk, the 2 pops. They could see where somebody was sitting on the sofa, on the couch there. That's all they could find. Nothing was taken, nothing was stolen, nothing. It was just nothing. Just somebody was in the living room sitting.
Wow.
We're going, okay. And we're like, well, who was it? Like, we don't know. We do not know who the hell was in this house. The owner said, well, we own it. How did they get in? The cops said, we don't know how they got a key. How did they get it? We don't know how they got in or nothing. We don't know nothing. Nothing. And so we kept trying to go back and retrace the steps. Now, here's where it gets weird. The mom actually came back to her apartment, went inside her apartment, was there for 2 nights, but nobody saw her. Nobody saw her. That's real weird. Then she leaves, and then she heads south of Chicago, and they pick her up on highway camera around by Kankakee, and that's where it completely ends. And but she ended going west too. So we're like, okay, did she come south or did she actually go west? What was the school? Wow. Was there cars? Was there like a decoy or something? We just don't know. I was like, okay, so I got some very, 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 very chilling stories and ghost-like story. I
bet. There's weirdness out there. If we only knew half of what goes on, we'd be terrified to even breathe every day. If you hear what Ryan Garcia had to say about Bohemian Grove, you'd be sick to your stomach. What he said he witnessed.
Remember when they were having that violence in Chicago, all the gangs were fighting each other, right? Here's the funny thing. So my guys go up there. They're like, we're going to go cover. I'm like, all right, just be careful. So,
yeah, I would not cover that. No way.
This is funny. This is hilarious. So this guy, one of the guys were driving down on Southside Chicago where Cabrini Greens used to be. It's really nice apartments now, right? So they're driving around. One of the guys goes, where are we at? They're like, I don't know. They pull over. Ask this one chick. He didn't understand what she was. She goes, yes. He's like, hey, how do you get over to 8th Street? And she's like, oh, well, you go this way and this way and this way. She said, but you got to pay me $30. He said, why am I paying you $30? She said, because you took my time. He's like, I'm asking you a question. She goes, no, you owe me $30. You got 2 options, she said. You pay me $30, or do you want something done to you? He's like, huh? She's like, you have 2 options. Either you pay me the money, or do you want something, love making done to you, right? He's like,
what?
Well, neither. She's like, you got to pay me $30. He said he looks behind the car, the driver, the dude that he hired to drive him, right? The guy turns around and goes, we might want to get out of here. And the guy, well, my guy goes, why? He's like, look behind us. There was 3 cars deep, a big, humongous black guy's getting out of the car and everything, coming towards him. He's like, I think that's her pimp. He's like, we might want to leave. He's like, yeah. The guy turns to try to start the car. Car wouldn't start. For some reason.
Shit.
Well, he had it in. He had it in neutral. Puts it in park. Starts the car. Takes off. She's hanging on the side of the door. Literally.
Oh my God.
She, driving down the street. And then my reporter goes, you hear that sound? And the driver goes, yeah, what's that sound? He's like, why are people staring at us? What the hell is going on? He's like, why are they pointing at us? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, well, let's pull in the gas station. They pull in the gas station. The clerk, an older lady, probably about 80 years old, turns around, looks at him. She grabs her chest, collapses, dies right there behind the counter of the gas station. He's like, what the hell's going on? They get out. He's like, I can't get out my door. What the hell? He's like, he sees his hand come up out of the nowhere, comes inside his door where the window is, grabs onto the door. He's sitting there beating the hand, thinking it was somebody trying to get after him. He looks down. The chick was hanging on the door all this time.
That girl was hanging on the door?
The girl was hanging on the door. He somehow got her clothes or something caught in the door, and they took off with her.
No.
Didn't even know it. The clerk behind the gas station saw her on the side of the door and just died of a heart attack. I mean, literally died. Right
he
there.
died?
The girl, the clerk at the gas station did. She died of a heart attack because she turned to look out the door and saw the girl hanging there on the side of the door, and she just died of a heart attack.
Oh my God. Did your friend get in trouble?
Well, he opens the door, shoves her off, closes the door, they take off. And I'm like, was she dead or alive? He's like, I didn't stay around to find out. He's like, I guess she was because she was moving. I'm like, you should have stayed there. He's like, the hell with that? He's like, I ain't getting caught. I'm like, how could I not have known if the girl got her clothes caught? Well, come to find out, she was fine. She was absolutely fine. Nothing happened to her and everything because she somehow held on and did not even touch the road. She was like squatting, hanging on the side of the door.
But she caused the gas station woman to have a heart.
I don't know why. He said the woman, the clerk of the gas station, he said, I seen her face. She had her mouth open up, eyes bugged out, grabbed her chest, killed back over, and she was dead. I'm like, okay. I'm like, wow. I'm like, dude, you must be lying. He's like, nope, I'm telling the truth. Come to find out, it was the truth. It happened.
Hey, are you there?
Yeah.
My computer went dead. I don't know which one's me. So I have to
you got to quit doing this crap.
Huh?
You got to stop this, Daisy.
I know. My computer just completely went dead on me. So I put the Bohemian Grove stuff in my Johnny Gosh playlist. It's all connected. You think so, Sleuth Fairy? But what about that woman dying? That's horrible.
I don't know what happened.
That was crazy.
It really did happen. It happened. It actually happened.
KM.
I asked him, I said, so what all happened? He's like, all I know is we kept hearing this, ha, ha, ha. He's like, I did not know what it was. He said, we're driving down the street, people just staring at us and pointing at us. He's like,
well, no wonder they were dragging a woman.
No, they wasn't dragging her. She was fine. She was literally fine. She had nothing. She basically held on to the door and did the squat, like hold on to the side of the door. I'm like, how did she not like fall off? He's like,
she was wanting that $30 is what she was wanting.
So he turns on the news up there and he found out that clerk died.
I think so too. Go ahead.
He turned on the news. He said he was in a hotel room. Come on the next morning. He turns on the Chicago news. He found out that clerk died. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. He's like, the clerk died right then and there. I'm like, No,
Were they looking for him? Was they looking for him?
I don't know. I literally, seriously do not.
He's crazy.
I don't know.
That is crazy.
I was like, well, I'm like, dude, you're not coming back to work unless you get this figured out. So I guess he got figured out.
Exactly.
He came back a couple days later and he said, everything's fine. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right.
Wow.
He never got in trouble. I think what happened is it was an accident, but the girl never got hurt. The girl never got hurt, never got injured, nothing like
It's
that.
still crazy, wasn't it? That's crazy.
What was funny is that the clerk died of a heart attack.
She probably thought that woman was dead.
I guess. He said that they looked up. He made eye contact with the clerk behind the counter of the gas station. Her eyes bugged out of her head, mouth dropped open, and he just saw her clutch her chest, go, and then boom, killed over.
Wow. That's crazy.
I never believed it until he showed me the news clip, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, all right.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. It's just like one time we were covering a thing in, what was it, in Wisconsin? It was a missing kid. And this is funny. The kid was literally in the backyard hiding in a garbage can.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
The way
my neighbor's little kid caught, he was like probably 3, maybe 4, and he caught the trailer on fire, and they couldn't find him, and the river was up beside of the house, and they didn't know where he was at. The mom was just sitting on the steps smoking a cigarette while everybody else was looking all over for him. We finally found him in the building beside the trailer hiding out.
Oh my God.
Luckily they put the fire out though.
No, the mom called and said the kid was missing. And it's like, how can he go missing? Literally, how can he? Because he's in a fenced-in yard. He's only like 3 years old. 2 hours later, they find him in the trash can. Playing hide and go seek, I guess. I'm like,
yeah, that's a lot of kids get hurt by playing hide and go seek.
I'm like, honey, I'm like, Mom, you need to watch your kid better. Seriously.
Yeah. A lot of parents don't, though. They let them run around. My mom used to let us run around everywhere.
But the thing is that when it came to like a lot of serious cases that I've seen, and I know a lot of other reporters have covered that I couldn't, and they said, a lot of people, they can't understand is, why do a lot of people go missing, and never be found? Is it that they don't want to be found? Somebody picked them up, dumped their body off somewhere. They're like, a lot of times they can never figure out, like Summer Wells. What happened? Yeah. Why did she go? Who took her? What was the reason? Where's she at? And that's the thing. When that happens,
it's like, what I think happened to Summer. Summer was very hyper. I think she slipped out that back door, and I think and I know Dawn and Candace don't think that she would do that, but kids have done worse, and I think that she might have went down that hill by that road somehow, and somebody got her. I think she went farther than what they expected her. I think that they think that she wouldn't go any farther, but I think that she might have went a little farther than what they expected.
Who was that woman, Daisy, that made national news, that she was not found guilty of? Her daughter or whatever went missing, and they found her dead, the daughter. What was that woman's name?
That what now?
A woman, I can't remember where it was. She made national news. She said her daughter was missing. They found her daughter dead about a week or 2 later in some little patch of woods. And they blamed the mom, charged her for murder, but she got away with it, was found not guilty. But she made national news. Who was that? I can't think of her name. Who was it?
Was it Kaylee Anthony?
Yeah, that's who, yeah.
Oh, she was so guilty. She screwed her way out of that.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, that could be the same way with Summer Wells. She might be alive. No,
Dr. G.
No. What I'm saying is that they can she might still be alive, but they might not find her till, you never know, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe 3 years later. You know, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Find her. Or she could be gone and somebody can stumble across her in some woods. That's what I'm saying. The possibilities are endless.
Endless.
Yeah,
There were so many strangers.
Yeah, they could
So
find
many strangers in that area. Just like Andy B said, the neighbor, he said there were people in there buying properties, there were tree trimmers, there were lots of people in and out of that place. You know, it could have been anybody, in my opinion. That is.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's like 50-50. They could find her gone or they could find her alive.
I think if she was deceased around there, they would have found her. They looked everywhere.
You don't have to be around there.
Hmm.
If they find her deceased, it could be like 6 miles away, you know, another county, another state.
You know that there's nothing but pure mountains and woods and brush and kudzu and caves and you name it in that area. So you're right. You're
What
right.
exactly has the cops actually searched? Literally, honestly, searched, and what have they not searched?
They've searched everything, Dustin. They've searched everywhere. I think they searched. I don't know how much of the pond they searched, but they've searched a lot of places.
You know,
like they had Equal Search come in and look. They've had.
Hold on. What about that team, Adventure with Purpose, on YouTube? You ever watched them?
Yeah, but I don't think they've ever invited them.
They should. They should get a hold of them and see if they will help.
Well, they won't even let Equal Search come back. Equal Search wants to come back, and they won't even let them.
Who won't
why?
Who won't let them?
The law enforcement, allegedly. I don't know. That's not been confirmed.
Law enforcement cannot ban them. That's no, they can't.
They have to invite them in, I guess. I
No,
don't know.
No.
I mean, that's just what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not.
No, that's not true. I can start my own search business, my search team business, right? I can go search for anybody that's missing right now. I have the right to do that. As long as I am not interfering with an actual open case.
Investigation.
I'm not lying about stuff. I'm just searching, you know, maybe helping out searching here and there. And whatever I find, I give it to the police, like Adventure with Purpose.
Yeah.
And stuff. They call the police like that.
Man, Ryan Upchurch gave them a lot on the Kylie Rodney case. He gave them 100,000 plus a Hellcat. But you've heard the controversy with Adventures of Purpose now, right? So
what's that?
That the main guy that owns it's a perv.
Jared being a pervert, yeah. But that case is going to get thrown out. Yeah, that was a long time ago when he was young.
I don't know.
In all reality, I've watched the case. I've kept up with it. In all reality, he was young. Okay, kid going through puberty. Come on. I mean, hey, show me yours.
How old was he? Was he young?
You show me yours, right? Okay.
How old was he when it happened? Do you know? Hey, Tracy.
I think 17, I think.
Oh.
And the girl was 13, 14 maybe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, it looks like that tornado is coming to Kentucky, northern Kentucky.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
I wonder if it's coming this way.
Hey, let me ask you something, Daisy.
What?
You might know this. So, why don't tornadoes ever hit around the Appalachian Mountains?
Because they're mountains and the currents in the mountains. There's different currents.
There you go.
But there was one that hit in the mountains. They got it on camera. It was an F3 or 4, and it did a lot of damage. I think it was Prestonsburg, Kentucky.
Oh.
But I don't know if they could be one get down in Harlan, because Harlan ain't nothing
It's in
but
too big of a
mountains.
valley. Yeah, it's way in a big valley. Oh no.
Yeah.
No, there ain't no way they could do Harley. Like my aunt, even
It could skim over the top, but as far as
yeah, it could. But my
they
aunt,
have to have
huh?
strength. They have to be able to get strength, and there's no way the currents are too different on top of a mountain versus down at the bottom of the mountain.
My aunt told me that they were in the house one day and they heard this rumbling sound. She looked out the window in the kitchen and saw all this water coming on the side up in the holler. It was carrying boulders bigger than the house.
Oh my God, what was it?
It was a flood coming out of the mountain.
Oh, what did she do?
Nothing. It never touched the house. It split where the house is. It split on both sides and went on both sides of the house, but never touched the house.
Oh, that was a miracle.
Yeah, but she said
it was probably a mudslide.
No, it was actually a flood. It was literally a flood.
Do you know how hard it is to drive under a mountain where you know that the damn mountain is going to fall at any time? And I did that. We used to have to drive by this mountain, and I was like, that is going to fall. And like the next thing I know, it's on the news that it collapsed and covered the whole road. That's scary.
My uncle always told me when he worked in the mines, I asked him, I said, how do you know if the mine was going to, cave in, or something? He said, well, he said, the roof boulders, the roof guys that bolt the roof will usually, know if the bolt, if the bolt went in, wait, how can I put it? If the bolt went in like real fast, then that area is no good, right? Because they would test it. But he said if it took him like 5-10 minutes to get a bolt in, then the roof is okay. I said, but how did you know that the roof was going to, actually do it? He said the roof bolter will come run and say, okay, we got to get out of here. The roof is going to cave in.
Yeah.
Because it's so soft and brittle, and they knew it. I'm like, oh, he's like, that's how we knew.
But not always. Not always.
No, not always. No, but that's usually sometimes how they could tell. But he said sometimes we just never knew. We just
never knew.
Yeah, it happened.
Yep.
I was like, okay. And he always did the what's that? They called the continuous miner. He operated that.
The miner too.
Yeah, the continuous miner, the one that's remote control. He operated that. And he also did roof bolting and. He did everything.
That's what my husband did too.
Did a continuous miner?
Yeah, he did the miner. He was a boss. He was a roof bolter. He was all of it.
He did everything, didn't he?
Yeah, he was a boss. He worked almost 30 years in the mines.
You think he misses it?
He used to. He don't no more. He's not able. He's just not able to do it. But you can tell he misses it sometimes,
It's hard because it gets in your blood.
Yeah, it was in his blood. He dedicated his whole life to it, sometimes more. It's bad in West Tennessee. I'm watching it right now. People are saying there's casualties and everything. Daisy, have you heard of the rolling oyster, my friend? No? What's that? Ronald.
Rolled.
But Dustin, I think I'm gonna jump off here. I've been on here too. Huh?
I said that's fine. I'm getting off anyways right now.
I appreciate you coming up and join me again sometime, okay? I enjoy having you up on panel.
I will. Anytime. I'm available.
All right. Well, thank you for coming up, and I'll talk to you in a little while, okay?
All right. Be careful and be safe.
All right, you too. And all you guys out here, you all be safe. Y'all out here that's in the path of these tornadoes, I'm going to get off here and I'm going to watch it and make sure it don't come our way. Y'all if it's near your area, y'all get to a safe place ASAP. I love y'all. Y'all stay prayed up, stay safe out here on this YouTube streets. If you've not hit that like and subscribe button, please hit that like and subscribe button. That helps my channel grow. Until then, y'all stay prayed up, stay safe. God bless. Good night, everybody. Bye.